So, since Lamp decided to do chapter 1 of The Mug and the Maiden, I suppose I will do chapter 2. Yeah. Hello everybody, I am the Shark, the Fox, and the Panda, also known as SFP. Chapter 2. Chapter 2. A new chapter. Rita entered the cheese shop with her guns blazing. I am speaking metaphorically, of course, by which I mean she entered the cheese shop quite determined to buy some cheese. This was because just the night before, as her husband James was taking note of a weird smell in the room, she had invented a delicious new concoction, the cheddar cider. It was sure to be a hit with her patrons. After all, the governor's county only had 2 exports, cheese and grapes, and she couldn't possibly make a drink from a grape. But back to the cheese shop scene. Rita knocked on the counter loudly with her fist, causing the nearby cat to do absolutely nothing, as cats do. From behind the wall, she heard a stir as someone was crashing through piles of cheese to make their way toward her. Emerging gloriously from torn yellow curtains, an old man came into view. He was giant in stature, with a long gray beard. Bobbing along and stuck within his beard were all manner of cheese crumbs and wedges wrapped tightly within his hairs. But yet he held even more cheeses on ropes pulled across his chest, with loops of provolone linked like sausages over one shoulder. His eyes were big and his ears were bigger still. A smile of kindness erupted from his face as he locked eyes with Rita. My, the Kurds are kind to me this hour. Hello and welcome, he bellowed. Rita bowed low and promptly began to cry. The shop owner looked at her, perplexed. What did I say wrong? The barmaiden sniffed and snooted and finally answered. Forgive me, for my husband has just died and I'm out of Swiss. I am going to pause now in the story to ask myself why Mr. Dobblemouse went to the cellar in the governor's house for cheese if there was a cheese shop nearby. I think it's best that we overlook this glaring problem in the plot, don't you? Now, back to the story at hand. Rita purchased a large amount of cheese from the shop owner. She bought cheese wheels and cheese melts and cheese slices. She bought cheese whistles and cheese bread. She bought cheese paper and cheese sandwiches. She bought so much cheese, in fact, that she had lost track of all she had obtained, and just dumped all the fromage into a large burlap sack for the return journey to the tavern. Goodbye, Rita, the shop owner called as he waved farewell. Goodbye, Daniel, she called back. His name was Murray, by the way. Overburdened by her treasures, Rita made her way home, following the main road to the castle, but as it always happens, the road was now under repair. A man with a skinny mule was plowing up the dirt so that he could put down new cobblestone. 4 of his associates were standing by watching him. The job would only take a few years to finish, but Rita was in a hurry, so she followed the detour sign that told her to take a different road to her left. Unfortunately, no one could read in the governor's county, so she went right instead. This mishap took her deep into the forest, where absolutely nothing of interest happened. Except something of interest did happen. As she trotted on through the forest, her sack of cheese weighing her down, muttering complaints all the way, little did she know that danger lay just ahead. This danger was cunning and dangerous and had one of those out-of-place eyebrow hairs that drives you nuts when you're talking to someone who has one. The danger we will call Bernard, the big ugly lizard man who wears a blue cloak. Bernard didn't often have visitors in the house. This was because he lived outside. Also, he was rather fond of human flesh, which made him rather unpopular. So, obviously, you can see the drama unfolding here. The beautiful but tired Rita huffing and puffing up the winding path as she approaches a certain doom. Bernard, watching from behind a nearby tree, licking his lips. Oh, the tension is tense, is it not? At this point in time, we must pause again to ponder all the possibilities that can happen now in our story. 2 characters have died already. Surely a third wouldn't hurt anything. Are you perhaps just reading the story because you want to see who will get the axe next? You are a little warped. Do you know that? Well then, let's see what happened next. Bernard stepped from behind his hiding place, his eyebrow hair gleaming in the fading sun. "Dear madam, why must you pass through so fast?" he called, his eyes glimmering. "I must get home, Bernard, because for one, it's getting late, and I have customers to serve, and second, because you eat people," Rita replied. "Poppycock, balderdash, codswallop! I won't hear these lies against my character," he detested, "for I, Bernard, the big ugly lizard man who wears a blue cloak, have completely reformed myself." Rita squinted suspiciously at him. "You have?" Bernard put a hand to his heart. "I have. I no longer prowl or pounce. I won't attack or bounce. I will not kill or maim or tear. I won't crush or even bite you anywhere. I promise I won't devour any more." "My gosh, you've become a bore. If you aren't going to be the danger in this story, then I've come all this way with 100 pounds of cheese for nothing," Rita grumbled. She boosted her sack further up her shoulders and turned with an angry grunt, but Bernard waved after her in a panic. "Wait! It was all a ruse! I intend to eat you, dear woman, I swear it!" he cried. "It's all a trick, you see, a new angle. It worked on some guy yesterday. Oh, please stay." Rita sighed, her strength just about gone from the long adventure she had taken since she left home that morning. She turned back to face Bernard. "All right," she said, "but your part in the story better lead to an unexpected turn of events." "Oh, it will," Bernard clapped and waggled his clawed finger to motion her to draw nearer. "Just wait until next chapter."